Alright, so we're back with another one. Now in this one, we're going to be doing full custom all over. And it's going to be Bape with the pink fluorescent on this side and the blue Bape on this side camo. I've got some cool things that I'm going to be doing to these, so enjoy. So first things first, this video is just going to have the pink shoe done, and I'll save the next video for the blue side. First thing is we're going to take the stitching out like we normally do. I'll show you a little bit how I normally always do it, and then this is the pink we're going to be putting on here, sort of like a fluorescent-y sort of dark pink, hot pink basically. And yeah, so like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and leave a comment, because comments always help the analytics out and boost me up a little bit, and everything helps in this. So yeah, sweet, let's crack on. Just a little tip here, when you're holding the sole, if you hold it with no glove on, the acid on your hands is going to turn this yellow, the rubber. So when you're holding this a lot, just put some gloves on, or even tape it up. But with this bit, I don't want to tape it up yet because I'm taking this out. Alright, cool. Alright, so same as all the other videos, we've cut out around the edge. We can grab the ones inside and we can give that a pull, which will knock everything out. There we go. Alright, so same as normal now. We just alright, cool. So I've done the thread around the bottom in the sole. Now all I'm gonna do is time lapse you with putting the base coat down, which is the lightest colour first on this case, because it's the base. It's just an off-white pink, and yeah, I'll just do all of them and just time lapse you. Sweet. Alright, cool. So our base coat pink is done. Alright, what I'm gonna do first is we're gonna work on panels by panel. So I'm gonna do these two panels first, then I'm gonna do the front, and then I'll do the back side here. So what I need to do is tape up around everywhere that I don't want paint to go. So I'm gonna do that quickly, and then I'll be back, and then we'll crack on with how to put the stencils on. Alright, cool. So we're all taped up now. It looks like overkill, it is, but you know, it stops all the oversprays and that. So yeah, whole two shoes taped up, and you can see how I put the orange fine liner tape on. It's good to do it like this. This is how I do it. It keeps everything really crispy, really clean. And all right, cool. So right now we're gonna move on to putting this Bape stencil on. I'll start with these panels at the back here. All right. Okay, cool. So in the previous video, we made these little templates up. So this is where they come in handy. So I'm gonna get my stencil and come on. Get my rough outline going. We'll cut this out if I knew where my scissors were. Alright, cool. Right, so I'm going to split this into two parts. So like, I've got some little lines that I've put in here. It's just like the sort of normal shoe template. But I'm going to separate this down the middle. just like that. And we're going to do each bit separately. Just like this. So that's that bit. And there's our top piece. Little bit of an overlap. That's perfect. Let me get some tape on the go. Okay, so we got our tape. And lay it on from the centre out. Where's some more card? Use the card. Get this well pressed. Okay, you want to get rid of most of the excess of this. Just like that. It's worse. It's good working on the glass for this. You can do all this sort of stuff. All right. Now we've got this. We can go and start peeling it off. Working across as we go. There we go. So, zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so we'll start by lining it up when we want it. There's cool. Do I want to start from the front or the back there? I think I'm gonna start from the back. So let's line it up, get it in place, and then like before, we want to just start with a roll across. This looks crazy, right? But you'll see. There we go. Don't want to let it pull too much as you're moving your fingers backwards though, because you'll get other pull marks which you don't want. Okay. Stick this a little bit more. Okay, we're getting there. Alright. Just like, oh, come on. There we go, there we go. Right, now I can play around with this a little bit. Try and even out any gaps we've got. Just like this. Bits like that we'll put aside because I'll come back in and lay that back down on top once it's done. Oops, let's get rid of these bits. Right, let me just change my blade. I need a new blade. Okay, new blade in. Right, so this is what we're gonna do with this. Because it's the Bape, like, and there's a lot of spacing around it, we can get away with a lot of this, these little spaces here. So what I want to start with is coming from here. Can you see any good? Let's see where you are. Alright, so take this off. Brand new blade. It needs to be a brand new blade, otherwise you're not going to get these perfect cuts. And just along the edge, you don't have to push hard at all with a brand new blade. Just take this off. And by doing this, come on. By doing it, I can push this edge down nice and flush in there, like so. And I'll hit this with a heat gun in a bit, but just for now we'll just get this done. And okay, I'll time lapse it a little bit actually, so so there's the first piece on. There are a couple of little lines, but they're acceptable. We can get away with that. I'll hit with some heat just before I spray it again with the airbrush. But yeah, it's pretty intense, like labor intensive doing it like this. But the finish is it's gonna become out spot on. It's perfect, like it's gonna be. So yeah, I'll just crack on. I might do a little bit of time lapse of me putting it on, maybe around this front, because I'm going to curve the whole piece around, and I'll show you how to do that. That's a bit of a nightmare, but that sort of makes the custom a little bit better when you can get that curve around there, match everything in. All right, cool. All right, cool. So we're in the booth. I'm just going to show you doing these 2 panels first, and I'll skip through doing the rest, and maybe a time lapse or something, but just so it's easier. So we're going to start off with a darker colour, and we're just going to peel back, oops, what we want. And keep your non-stick paper, just so you can stick this gear to it. Like so. Go, mate, and you go. Right, where am I? So we want this one here. Like that. Now, this is where all the fun and games start happening, because you've got to work out what's what, and then where it goes back to. So let's start with all of these. Da 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 da. Where am I? A little piece there. You. If you come, get down. So you can see all that. Yes, you can. I will be doing my little spray booth up a little bit, so it just looks better for the camera, I suppose, when you're watching. So yeah, but you can't help it when you're out when you spray a lot. Everything you need a dirty place if you're doing a lot of shoes to do this stuff, because it's just gonna get messy as hell. I've done that bit. Bum bum bum, and what have I got over here? That bit, there we go, this bit here. The other Bape pad there. Cool. This bad boy. Right there. Like so. This one here. Come on. Okay, and I am on this bit here as well. There you go. Now, is that every bit from there? Where am I? Pink. That. All right, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, top piece. All right. So let me just skip forwards a bit. All right, cool. So we've got our paints mixed. I'm going in with a dark colour first. So what we're gonna do is just come in and just Let me get a bit of tissue. Always have a spare bit of something to spray onto. A bit of tissue here or a bit of paper. Let's just start it. So I may have to change this colour because it might not be dark enough, but we just want to come in and do in our areas our real light past coats like we normally do on everything else. Pardon me. It's nice and light. Nice light coats. Like so. Make sure everything's stuck down. Okay. And we just carry on passing over everything, making sure all our masking is all taped up though. Remember to keep pulling the tip dry off, because that will mess you up with that. And this is it, we just keep moving around. Okay, I'll time it. Upstairs. I've just done the one panel so we can shave some time off of these videos, but let's just start pulling this off, I suppose, and then we can have a little look. Probably needs a load of touch-ups, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, okay. Where's my other weeder? It's not too bad. I can see a couple of little bits, but we're doing all right, man. That ain't too bad. It's only the darker colours that sort of give you that bit of bleeding, because you can see it. I should have hit it with the base coat first, just to seal the stencil, but it's all right. And these colours ain't to spec of this. I started to mix them up and try and match them in, but I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go with what I reckon will look good. So here we are, and shit, it's all right. Leave a comment. Tell me if it's shit. Tell me if it's if it floats your boat. What you think? Shit. But I reckon it's looking pretty decent. All right. Let me just peel these little bits off, and I'll show you a proper picture. So there we go. It's decent. As expected, just down here by the laces, by the stitching, you're gonna get a little bit of overspray, but I can come in. It's just on this the whiter colour of the pink, so I can come in and touch that up a little bit round there on that dark colour. We can touch that up, and I've got a little bit of peeling going on down here. I don't know why that's not sticking there, but we'll address that. But yeah, that's that. That looks sick. Okay, cool. Right, so I'm gonna crack them on the rest of the shoot. I'll get that done. I'll come back when it's done, and we can peel a lot of this off and get on to the next bit. The next bit you're gonna like. I've got some little baby Milos that I've designed. I've not seen it on the from Bape, so we'll see what they say about it. But cool. Right, bless. All right, okay, so we are done both sides of these back panels, and now we're going to work on this front piece. So what we're going to do is make a template. Now, just like before, tape up, get as flat as possible, one across the front, and then 2 pieces up the side, and then draw around it, pull it off. And what we want to end up with is something like this, in this shape. Now if you curve this, you want to get that shape that the shoe has, because we want to have as less amount of creasing as possible, because when we make the stencil, cut the vinyl, we want to be able to bend this round. Because if you just had a straight piece, if you just literally cut a straight piece of stencil out and try to bend it around here, it's not going to work. With this cut like this, you're going to be able to get that around and roughly have that almost in place. But it's going to be a bit hard with this Bape on, because we don't want too much stretching going on because of the gaps. But we shall give it a go. So I've got a big piece of stencil with a Bape on it here. Want to lay it down, get it in a decent enough position, like so, and then as we normally do, draw around. Come on, pen. Damn, I need a better pen for this. that'll do. Okay, cool. Let me cut this out and I'll be back. Okay, so what we want to do with this, now this is cut, we want to center it up, push it round, and make sure you've got a nice bit of excess on each side of here so you can make it round. What I've done is I've put a mark on the front, on the stencil, and on the shoe, so I can know that's my start point. So we're going to be starting from here. So what I want to do is I want 2 sides to the stencil. I think, how am I, yeah. So I'm going to lay one piece down like that. And we're going to come in on this side and we're going to lay one piece down on that side like that. And you, oh, sorry about that. My camera's, man, it's terrible. I need to address that soon. All right, cool. So we're done. And we want to cut around like usual. Just like so. And get rid of all of this stuff. Okay. And that's this piece done. I'm just gonna put another new blade on it. This is pretty new, but I need this to be bang on this knife for this part because it is hard. Okay, right, I've managed to get this off. Do not let this stick to anything because whatever it sticks to, these bits are gonna come off. So this is the hard bit now. I'm trying to sort this out, sticking down. So, you know, roughly line up the front like so. And just gently give this a bit of a stick down and round. And the same with this side. I'm going to use a bit of tape just to hold one side in place, like that. Zoom in a bit. Okay, so we are basically now up and running with this. So what I'm gonna do is just put a temporary bit of tape there. Is I'm gonna run this sharp knife and just take off some of this excess that we don't need. So in. Just using the tip, this will alleviate any stretching that we get as well. We'll get some, but this way, around the toe box, we'll have a lot less, sorry, stretching. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'll time lapse this for you. You don't want to sit there and watch it. Okay, once we've got this first bit cut up, I've luckily we've got it here so we can come to here and stop and then address the other side. So just like all the rest, we are going to start rolling. A little bit harder here because we're working on a much bigger piece. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut this as well. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'll just trim that down a bit. All right, let's start then. All fun and games, this bit. This may not be I'm hoping I can do it in one hit, but I might not be able to. I may have to come in again, but fingers crossed we can get this done. Okay, so far okay. Oh shit, a little bit there. We can come and fix that bit up after. And then around the door box. So far, so good. Oops, a bit of stretch in there. Pulled it a bit too quick. Damn it. Shit. Okay. I may have to pull all of that back. Okay. Yeah, I've lost a bit there. It's all right at the moment. It's all right. Okay, let's pull this piece off the front here. See, this is a tedious job, this. I just need to get to this center point because then I can detach the other piece and we can line it back up afterwards. Like so. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you can see where this line is here. It's just pushed it up a bit and overlap, so I'll move all of this bit just back a bit. And okay, that looks all right at the moment. We're doing good. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, all right. Right, I'll be back in a second. Let me just cut some more bits off this side. Okay, so right, let's roll on with this side. Okay, let's try and peel this back. Yep, made good. And now just the same as before, just push and peel. Oops. Just keep going. So far, so good. Right, okay, so I've done the front. I didn't film it. It was it's so labor intensive doing this, and I know that I'm gonna have a hell of a lot of touching up to do. But let's get to this and take it off, and I'll show you how it is. It was too much to the camera in my face, and it's to sit with it on my lap, so it's hard. Once if I get another rig that I can set up to do full time lapses, it's not where the camera's sitting right in my face, then we'll sort that out. But yeah, quite a bit of touching up, and there's a couple of bits that I missed. I can't, to be honest with you, it's so fiddly. This is one of the things that it just you just want to smash the thing up, to be honest with you, but you can't, because that's what it is. There's a bit I've missed here as well, so a couple of missed bits. Actually, I don't look too bad. Right, let me get this all off, and I'll show you. Okay, here we go. It's actually not too bad. There's a bit of a colour difference in these two pieces. What I'm going to do is I'll cut out the stencils, small bits, stick them on this, and I'll respray just certain bits. Little touch up there, a bit's pulled off, and a bit there. But that all looks pretty cool, mate. It came out all right. So, all right, that's it for this part of the video. In the next one, I'm going to be putting the designs on these panels here, and then colouring it. I've got some laces to sort of match in with the dark colour, which I've got, and we've got the blue, because this is all going in blue this side, so I've got this all to do again on this, but I won't film this because it's the same process, just a different colour. You know what to do. But all right, next video, actually, let's just show you a little bit. So I've got a pad here. 1 minute. Let's just get this done. So I'm using, what is this program again? So I use Sketchbook. I know I've got the other ones. I do have Adobe as well, Photoshop and Illustrator, but because I learned on here, it's you know, when it's sort of that muscle memory where it's quicker for you to do it in here until you learn the rest of it properly. But this is where we're at. So you can see this is the shoe that we've designed. This is what we're making. You can see that pattern there. So this is what you got to look forward to in the next video. So sweet, I'll see you in the next video. So, oh yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. Triple S, bless. See you in the next one.